Welcome to the Narrowboat that James built. Hope you're well, thanks for joining me. Sorry it's been a couple of weeks since I've last put out a video. It's been a bit of a busy one with kids starting new schools. I just wanted to make sure all that's tickety-boo. I've had the raffle going on. I've had a few paid jobs elsewhere off the boat, which has been good, put a few coffers in the bank. But over the last couple of weeks, basically, I've moved the boats from Berkhamsted down to Apsley to follow the goat boat, and I've finished some of the work on the dinette, and I've started work on the Midships cabin, which is what I'm doing today. So let's go and crack on. So now going about taking off this lip here, and cleaning it all up to make it flat, and then I'll sand it back. Right, I'm taking most of this off with the pool saw and then just flattening it back with the hand sander. You'll have seen I've been wearing this new dust mask. This is the M Pro from Basecamp. They were seeing me do the resin work and that massive face mask I was wearing before and complaining the fact that I couldn't see and breathe at the same time. They were seeing your comments saying, James, you should be wearing some suitable breathing apparatus. So they sent me this, the M Pro. And because of these one-way valves on both sides, it means I can breathe without it steaming up my goggles, which means I can see and breathe at the same time whilst woodworking, which is really, really beneficial. They have sent me another one, which I can give to one of you guys. So if you write in the comments, Basecamp, B-A-S-E-C-A-M-P, I will use one of those random comment pickers, choose one at random and send it to you wherever you are in the world. So if you would like to experience woodworking while seeing and breathing all at the same time, then I can't recommend this enough. The M Pro from Basecamp. The link is in the description of the video below. I've got these boards here which I'm going to cut to fit in those gaps there. I've got to make holes in them. Then I can kind of finish it all up, glue all those in and start varnishing it. I can now cut the hole in the middle of that to get my fingers in, and I reckon a 50 is going to be about right to get 2 fingers in. I've now sanded the sides and the top all the way down to 400 grit, so I'm just going to hoover up and then I can start applying the first coat of varnish. Yeah, fill her up please, Em. So it's under £1 a litre at the minute, is it?
Yeah, like 19 something.
Sweet.
I don't know what the soft is, but under £1, yeah.
Happy days. Yeah, fill her up, please. And now it's time to put in some diesel into Slow Patrol. So I'm only putting 20 quid's worth in, which will probably last Slow Patrol about a year. The goat boat is in full swing at the moment. They're here for the whole weekend, and lovely Helen has given me a taster bowl. Check this out. So what's that? Jerk chicken, a dumpling, rice and beans. I don't know, there's some goat curry I think in there as well, and some slaw. Check it out, that is going to be lush. I've got to do something which I haven't done in 3 months. I can't believe I've got to do it again. Compared to my other boat, which has got a diesel stove, on board Slow Patrol, obviously I've got the multi-fuel stove, and I do love it. It does provide obviously a really nice heat, and it's lovely to look at. But the main difference is this is this fireplace in summer mode. I've got like loads of floor around it, and I'm now got to go and turn it into winter mode where I've got to have coal and logs and firelighters and all sorts, and it makes it all kind of dirty and dusty. So I'm going to miss it looking all nice and clean and sharp like this. Right, let's winterize. Underneath the gas locker is the coal scuttle and axe. Managed to put my offcuts of CLS to good use. Right, time to fill the coal scuttle. One tip I've learned over the years when trying to lift a 25 kilogram bag of coal is to get one piece, move it up into the corner, and it makes it much easier to lift and tilt. Right, just one final thing to do. And as I don't need the fire to be going ballistic at the moment, I can use this, which is my coal cage, which I don't often use, but when I do, it is pretty good. It just kind of concentrates it all, so it means you don't have to have like a massive fire. You can just kind of keep it fairly controlled. It kind of keeps all the coals together. Now I've got to work on the midships cabin. It's one of those exercises of moving everything around the boat. So everything from the midships is now in here, and this is now empty. What my first job is to take off the bunk bed, and I need to clean it all up. I guess I need to probably treat the steel, and also I need to put some kind of cladding on this leading edge here, so Ivy or whoever's using it can't kind of touch the steel on the side there and it looks pretty. Which does mean I'm going to have to change that vertical there, because there was a gap there of 9mm to account for the cladding on the side of this. So now I'm going to have to move that batten in, which has meant in turn I've had to take this door off, which I was going to do anyway, as I said on the last video, but it means I can now, I can now sort this side out here. The problem with this one is that because I thought it was going to be on the inside of the door, see if I can move the door and show you. There we go. I've been using it to test various varnishes. I mean, that's going to be behind the shower, so it's no big deal, I guess. Yeah, right, I'll have to conceal all that. And these screws and everything like that, which I thought was all going to be concealed, is not going to be. So I'm going to have to sort something out with this wall. But in the meantime, let's get that off. Right, I've got the bed frame outside. I'm going to go on with some Hammerite. I found this on Slow Patrol. I think I used that for the bow doors. So that'll be all right. Black's fine. Right, let's do this. Right, now I've painted it up, I can go about cladding this leading edge here. I'm going to do it in 18mm ply. I'm going to have it sitting a little bit proud, because the mattress will be on there, but also this will give me the way of kind of creating a ridge, so whoever's on the top bunk can't roll out in the central bit. And then on that end and on that end is going to be the cupboards. And so the ridge is going to sit wedged between that and the cupboard. Hopefully all will become clear when I install it. Right, that's the design I've come up with. I'm going to bolt this to the frame and then obviously finish that nicely. I don't know, probably just varnish it. But it will allow me to then insert a piece here. That's going to be where the wall is, or the side of the cupboard. So I can insert a piece there going across, basically filling that void, which will prevent Ivy from rolling off into the floor. Alright, I'm now moving Cerium. We've got to get down towards Apsley. I'm leaving Slow Patrol with the goat boat. I'm actually doing some work on the goat boat this week, so I'll be back on that in the next couple of days. But that's why I've got to move down to Apsley, because the goat boat need to be down there for footfall, and I need to be down there for the same reason, for the raffle. Now it's Slow Patrol's turn to move. So I've got to turn her about first. This is beautiful weather though. Then get down to Cerium, which is 2 locks away. Should be pretty straightforward. Then I've got to go pick up the girls from school. Anyone who's ever bought a wide beam through Berkhamsted will know exactly why I'm bringing both boats down separately. It's because the lock gates on this lock don't open fully. So it's a right palaver having to untether in a lock and then kind of shimmy them both out. Just a quick stop at the water point. Slow patrol takes about 35-40 minutes to fill up at this water point. The pressure's quite low. Sometimes it can be done in about 20 minutes. And then just make my way down there and rejoin Cerium. Right, I'm back from picking the girls up. It's about 9 o'clock-ish. I've now got to move, but I've put a really kind of bright light at the front of Cerium. So I've only got, well, I've got quite a lot of locks to do to get down to Apsley, but I reckon if I can try to get down to the Winkwell tonight, more up there on the 48-hour moorings, and then move off again in the morning. I don't know if you can make this out, but I feel sorry for that person in that tent there, which is on the offside on the inside the lock. Normally you'd expect that to be an angler, but this close to London, with the housing crisis as it is, that could well be where someone is staying for the night. Anyway, so I'm going to quickly get through this lock. Luckily it's the Vitas, not the Lister, which is right next to him. Right, let's get through this lock and get out of here. Well, I've picked a decent night for this. The moon is nearly full. There's a nice jet stream from a plane going across there as well, nice. Making sure I keep the boat at the front of the lock, nice and easy to see. I've only opened one paddle because it's easier. Just if I need to close something for any reason, it's one rather than two to do. And obviously I'm going downhill, so I've just got to mind the sill at the back. But this way, yeah, I could just keep an eye on her. I've got the nav lights on slow on. Obviously Cerium hasn't got any nav lights. So yeah, I'm as lit up as I can be. It's about 11 o'clock now. Got a couple more locks to go, but the light in front of me is pretty good. I've got the moon helping me navigate. Well, only in terms of giving me light. Obviously I know the direction I'm going. It's that way. This is sewer lock. I can tell by the smell. I can also tell that by B&W fuels at the other side of it. Obviously it's 11 o'clock, so I'm pretty sure they'll be asleep now. This is a spot where they moor up. It's deep enough for them. So I'm just waiting for this lock to fill. My plan is to get to the Winkwell, the other side of the swing bridge, because I don't really want to be going through the swing bridge first thing in the morning, because everyone will be rather annoyed with me. So if I can just get through the swing bridge, more up there, then I think I'll call it a day. It's about midnight now. I really enjoy night cruising. I've done quite a bit of it. You just got to kind of really keep your wits about you. At the moment, just kind of constantly looking at the bow of the boat against the lock and make sure the distance isn't moving. But it's a lot slower because you don't take the risks that you take, and you realise now that they are risks that you take during daylight hours, like jumping on and off the boat and things. Now you kind of think, naturally, I'll wait for things to stop and then move. So yeah, much more aware of the risk, but it's quite nice, quite good visibility with the lights. So I think I'm going to go past B&W. I think I've got 2 more locks to do, and then the swing bridge. Probably finish about 2 in the morning, but no pain, no gain. Okay, so Kevin was awake on B&W fuels. I don't like this bridge. I think this is bridge 154. I don't like this bridge in the daytime with one boat, let alone 2 boats tethered together at half midnight. Just take this very slow. I think I'm okay for clearance, but obviously I am. It's just the angle of it. It's not very nice. When I got up here to Winkwell Top Lock, I could smell something really quite kind of soapy in the air. Check this out. Someone's obviously dropped on purpose, no doubt, like fairy liquid or something in here, which is something I've always kind of been quite tempted to do. Right, let's, what have I got to do? Fill the lock up. The smell of lemon citrus is really pungent around here, but there are bubbles everywhere. There's just massive lumps of bubbles hanging off all the lock chamber. It's well cool. Wow, I can't believe it. I've made it to the swing bridge. Right, I'm just going to get through this so I don't hold up the morning rush hour traffic. I'll moor up on the other side and I'll be gone first thing. But I probably need to walk back and get my car. Now it's time to push on down to Fisheries and Boxmoor. Okay, I'm making my way down to Fisheries Lock. I think I've got 4 more, maybe 5 more locks to do until I'm in Apsley. Okay, I have arrived in Apsley. So there are 3 locks in Apsley. I'm going to probably just try to go through 2 and moor up just upstream of the pub. I've arrived in Apsley in autumn. The Goat Boat's new location is in Apsley by the Paper Mill pub. Okay, so next up I've got to put the new upright in there to take into account the thickness of the fascia of the upper bunk. So I've just got to move that upright a little bit and then I can start putting the cupboard together. But before I do that, I really need to fix and sort out the bottom of the bed, probably to make it look a little bit like the dinette with those bits that can basically lift out and access the storage under there. Right, I'm going to move that central batten over a bit and make that all fixed, and then I can lift out these bits. Right, I've made the supports and the notches, and now I'm just going to glue and screw all this together. Then I can put the back bits on and start making the inlays for all these bits. Right, now I need to put in the actual kind of surface of all of that. I'm going to have to recess it so it's flush with this, because when the mattress is on here, I haven't got that much clearance. I've just got 10 centimeters really, so that's going to have to be the thickness of the mattress, which is fine because I can get quite dense foam and then put like lighter foam on top of it, so kind of a 5 and 3 centimeter kind of idea. So yeah, I'm going to have to recess all of this, which is going to take forever, but right, let's crack on with that. Right, now time to chuck a couple of holes in just those 2. I think I'm going to leave those and that one fixed and just be able to remove them, because I can kind of access all of it really. I'll put stuff in boxes underneath. This is all going to be cladded, so I'm not going to be able to access anything from inside this way. Okay, I've now got to work out this upright, and I'm just going to basically make it and work it out on the fly. I don't think there's going to be any cladding on that side, because this is going to be a curved piece coming round here and joining that bit straight, a little bit like this bit of the dinette. So it's just going to come round and abut that, and that'll be a straight flat bit like that, and then the same again here. And then, so I need a column or a pillar basically come up here at this point and at that point there, then I can put all this frame together and then I can work out the cladding and the curve. Okay, here's where I've got to so far. I've got these 2 bits of CLS in place and a scrap piece of 9mm, which is going to be the cladding on the side of that. So I just want to check that the bed kind of comes up nice and flush. There's a nice tight fit, so I can put the bolt through and secure it in place. So that's good. Now I need to put the upright in here and start building this, then I can clad it. I'm starting to get a feel for how the midships cabin's kind of going to come about. I've made these slightly smaller depth-wise than what I was planning on, because otherwise there's not much, kind of feels a bit tight getting into the middle of this. But otherwise I reckon this will be all right as an opening. Another one there. I mean, it is what it is, but I'll curve this one round, so I'm going to trim that whilst it's in situ. I think that'd be quite easy just to kind of carve that back, and then kind of get out of the way. I'll show you. Oh. Yeah, and then that will go into there, bolt through there, and again the 2 down there. But yeah, this is all right. yeah, this will kind of work. I think I've worked out how the mattresses are going to work as well, which has taken me a while, because what I want is for this space to be quite usable when it's in this position. So when it's like that, basically the bottom mattress will be always down like that. This mattress there, which is slightly narrower, will then sit on top of that, so it kind of can't be yay high. Then I'm going to have an 18mm board, which is going to sit on top of them. So this is going to be kind of the worktop when it's not being used as a bed. Then if I make that 18mm, kind of shimmy that up, slide the mattresses out, put the 18mm back down there, I think that'll work. Just got to measure up all the foam now. I think I might have got a company in Wickham to supply me some foam, which is really good because I need loads for the dinette, the bed, this bed and that bed. So yeah, I've got loads of that to do, but I'm going to crack on with that in the next few weeks, hopefully, because I might be moving on to this boat in the not too distant future. Well, fingers crossed I will be anyway. The raffle's kind of going okay-ish. Well, I think about 15 grand now, so I think about 3,000 tickets have been sold. I think it shows about 4,500 in total have been issued. Obviously a bunch of them are freebie ones, so still got like 3.5 weeks to go. I'm not quite like shitting it yet, but I'm not a million miles off. So yeah, we'll have to see how the next 3 weeks pan out. I've got a few more jobs to do off the boat, but obviously loads to do on it. So I'm hoping to get a bit more headway made on this boat and therefore get some videos out. So again, I'm sorry for the absence. Hope you guys are well. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.